All right, it's time to look at how to bet Week 5 in the NFL. We're going to check out the games involving the local teams as well as one of the major national matchups this week. And here with me to help with that is a betting expert for the Action Network. His name is Kenny Ducey. Kenny, long time no see. How you doing, man?
I am great. How are you, Dex? It's been a long time.
I'm doing well. Glad to have you here to talk some sports betting. Kenny, let's do this. Let's take a trip across the pond to London. Unfortunately, we're not going to talk about Arsenal versus Liverpool, which I'm excited for on Sunday. Go Liverpool. But instead, we're going to talk about the New York Giants versus the Green Bay Packers. The consensus spread for this one has the Pack as 8-point favorites. Kenny, are you taking the favorites or the G-men in the points?
Well, yeah, that should be a great way to kick off the Sunday. Would be football across the pond and some football across the pond. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I'm going to lay the points here with the Packers. I think that they're going to reestablish the run. They've done this all season long. The questions here have been about whether or not the Packers can throw the ball. Dobbs is still trying to come into his own. Aaron Rodgers relying heavily on Randall Cobb. I just think that this is a big letdown spot for the Giants, who have overachieved so far. Daniel Jones is banged up. He should be playing, but I still think that the Giants, who are bottom 5 in DVOA against the run and a top 6 DVOA rushing offense that has just been unrelenting on the ground, I think that there's going to be no match here, and the Packers should be able to score at will, run the clock down, and I think we get a grinded out win by probably 10 or more points by the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, liking the Pack to cover there. Okay, interesting. Now, the Jets, New York Jets, going to talk about them. They're flying high, Kenny. They're off their Week 4 win over the Steelers. Now they're back home to host the Dolphins. Fins, 3.5-point favorites. The over-under in this game is at 45. What's the best bet when it comes to this AFC East matchup?
Yeah, everyone wants to talk about the fact that Teddy Bridgewater is a great against the spread quarterback in his career, and he has been. But as a favorite, since he left New Orleans, he's actually 6-9 against the spread. He has not nearly had that same magic, and I think that the New York Jets here pull an upset and win this game. Look, Zach Wilson almost completed every single pass that he attempted in the fourth quarter. He looked hands down unbelievable. Doesn't matter what you think about him, what he did last year. That's undisputable. And I think ultimately when you look at the Miami Dolphins, this is a team that plays really good defense, but the Jets have been able to establish the run in the last couple of games now. Breece Hall taking on more of responsibility. I think the New York Jets here, which played a really good game in the secondary last week, Lamarcus Joyner stepped up after having a terrible start to the season. I think they can get this win against a quarterback that's waning.
Yeah, you mentioned the Jets secondary, three INTs by their safety group last week against the Steelers. Now, earlier, Kenny, we went across the pond. Let's take another trip. Let's go to the City of Angels, where the 2-2 LA Rams are hosting the 3-1 Dallas Cowboys. Rams, 5.5-point favorites. Tantalizing money line here for Dallas at plus 195. Are you believing in the Cooper Rush magic, or are you putting money down on the home team?
I'll tell you what I'm not believing in, and that is Matthew Stafford. This team, 22nd in passing DVOA. He has looked really bad. Maybe not as bad as Russell Wilson, but pretty bad. So I don't know if I can really believe in him against one of the best defenses in the NFL. And Cooper Rush has been really great. He's been solid. And while the Los Angeles Rams have done a great job stopping the run, they have not done a great job in the secondary stopping the pass. So I think that the Dallas Cowboys here have an opportunity to get a foothold in this game. I'll take the points with them. And I think that they win outright. This seems to be a magic number. The 5.5 number with road teams seems to be a good spot to bet. So historically, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Cowboys.
There you go, taking the Cowboys. They're not bad. And Cooper Rush, he's been pretty good. Very impressive. You know who else was impressive? Kenny Ducey, betting expert, Action Network. Kenny, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you, man.
Great to be here, Dex, as always.